Hey, welcome back to my channel. My name is Taylor and I'm so happy that you're here. So as you can see by the title of this video, I will be budgeting for my first paycheck in July. I almost said June, but we're in July. So let's just go ahead and get started. But right before I do, I just want to say, hey. If you're new, please consider subscribing. I'd love to have you. Join the fam. We're lit over here and it's free. So yeah. All right, so let's go ahead and get started. All right. Okay, first off, we're gonna count how many times I hit this daggone plant. But anyway, let's go ahead and get into the shout outs. Y'all already know I have to support my budgeting ladies. So I have two shout outs for this video. The first shout out goes to Kathy's Cash and Coin. Yes, I love Kathy. One, she is so sweet. Every time she comments on my videos or my Instagram post or my community post, it just puts a smile on my face. She is just so sweet. So thank you, Kathy, for always putting a smile on my face. But I love her videos because I am so invested in her journey to purchasing a home. I know that probably in every video that I watch of hers, she mentions that she's a single mom of 3 girls and her goal is to purchase a home for the 4 of them. So I love that. I am so invested in that journey with her and I am virtually supporting you, Kathy. So shout out to you, girl. And my second shout out goes to Snow Gardener 307. Yes. My girl Marlene. Why do I love Marlene's channel? One, because she is so organized. Like, she is organized to the T. And I love to watch her videos because they are so easy to follow. So I know back in the day when I used to watch her videos, she used to use the budget by paycheck worksheets from the Budget Mom, but I know since then she has created her own templates just to fit her lifestyle. And I like that she is kind of implementing the Budget Mom's technique, but using it to, like I said, to fit her lifestyle. I also love watching her weekly check-ins because, like y'all know, I'm nosy. I like to see where others put their money, and that's basically it. But anyway, shout out to you, Marlene. Oh, there's one more thing I wanted to mention. She is a gardener, which I think is amazing. I do not have a green thumb. I don't even have a half of a green thumb. But I know in the beginning of her videos, she shows her garden sometimes, and she also shows herself just to get a little bit of FaceTime because y'all know, y'all just see our hands most of the time. So it's always nice to see someone's face every once in a while. So yeah, so shout out to you, Marlene, and also to Kathy. I will leave both of those ladies' channels down below in the description box. Y'all go check them out, support them, and that is it for my shout outs. So let's go ahead and get on into my budget. All right, so if you are new, I do work out of the Budget by Paycheck workbook from the Budget Mom. I will leave the link down below in my description box, as well as anything else that I use in my budgeting videos and my cash stuffing videos. So let's just go ahead and jump on into July. If you didn't see my last video, this is my 2-page calendar spread. I went over this as well as my July monthly budget. So I will leave that video linked down below as well. So here is my July paycheck number 1. This is a magic month for me, or I know some others call it a golden month, which means I get an extra paycheck this month. Glory to God. Amen. Hallelujah. Therefore, this is one of 3 paychecks this month. So what I decided to do for this budgeting video is a little different than my normal ones. I decided to break down my budget a little bit more than I usually do. And that is for all of my new supporters on here who are new budgeters or who are wanting to start budgeting. I've gotten so many questions regarding my budget, questions that I probably have not answered in my budgeting videos. So I wanted to take some time and answer those questions. If I do not answer all of them, I am sorry, But remember, you can always leave your questions down below in the comment section and I will get to them. I will do my best to break down my budget or break down a zero-based budget period as best as I can. All right, so the first thing that I want to go over is what a zero-based budget is. What I get out of it is that a zero-based budget is your total income minus your expenses. Once you subtract your expenses from your total income, that will give you zero, which means that every dollar of your income has a job and has an assignment. It has a place within your budget. So first, I'm going to go over my income. Just to let you know, I do work 20 hours a week. I do not work full-time. I work part-time, and I do also work from home. I am a stay-at-home mom. My daughter and I do live at home with family, so I am not responsible for rent, mortgage, or any utilities. I am only responsible for my bills and for taking care of my daughter and I. So that is what my budget will reflect. So starting with my income, every 2 weeks I make the same amount, which is $880. I always take out tithes off the rip. That is 10% of my income, which is $88. If I subtract my tithes from my income, that gives me $792. So this $792 is what I work with for every paycheck because, like I mentioned, my income is fixed. So the first thing you want to do after writing down your income is writing all of your bills that are due for each paycheck. And what I do before I even budget is I write down all of my expenses for the month. So right now I am budgeting for the 1st to the 15th. So everything in yellow is what I am paying for the first paycheck. So all I did was write those bills in yellow right here. One thing that I think is very important to mention is, since I do get paid bi-weekly, if I did not mention that, I get paid every 2 weeks. If I have bigger bills, which are basically, like, in my opinion, more than $300, I will split those bills up between paychecks. So that is what I do for my car. My car payment is $373 a month. So what I do is I split up that bill between the 2 paychecks that I get in the month, just to lighten the load a little bit. So with that being said, my car payment for this paycheck is going to be $100 out of the $373, which means that my second paycheck in the month, I will pay the remaining $273 that makes up my $373 car payment. So I hope that makes sense. For my Elite Dentistry bill, that's just a dentistry membership, I pay $36 a month. My phone is $100 a month. Life insurance is $51 a month. And my Capital One bill is now going to be $17 a month. It was around $21 a month, but I took out a subscription. So what I use my credit card for is basically to build my credit. I don't have any debt on here per se, but I do charge TubeBuddy and Epidemic Sound to my Capital One card as a way to grow my credit and show the credit bureaus that I'm using this card and I'm paying it off before it accrues interest. So the last thing that I added was my cushion. And I've gotten a lot of questions about what a cushion is or what a buffer is. So what a cushion / buffer is what is in your checking account, what you hold in your checking account. I would like to say that for every paycheck budget that you do, put aside a certain amount to stay in your checking account so that your checking account builds a buffer. Because with this budget by paycheck method, as well as the cash envelope method that I use, you're taking out a bulk of your check in cash in order to stuff your envelopes. So I always think it is smart to budget a certain amount from your paycheck to stay in your checking account for unexpected expenses. And those can be just in case a bill is higher than expected. That money in your checking account can cover what is remaining out of that bill. Or if you have like a bank maintenance fee that you did not budget for, that you forgot, that will come out of your checking account. So basically what your cushion is like a just in case, or like a help me. So it covers any unexpected expenses that may come up throughout the month. And it also helps you avoid any non-sufficient funds, because we don't like those in the budgeting community. That's a no-no. So please make sure that you budget a certain amount from every paycheck to stay in your checking account, just for unexpected expenses. With that being said, I have not been budgeting my cushion because I have been focusing on paying off my debt. But once I pay off my Care credit card, I will start budgeting some amount for my cushion, probably $20 a paycheck. So I just wanted to go ahead and mention what a cushion is because, like I mentioned, I've been getting a lot of questions. So for right now, I'm budgeting $0 for my cushion. So the total amount in bills is going to be $304. So what I do is I take my income minus my bills, and that is what gives me my leftover amount, which is $488. So that is what I have left over to go into my cash envelopes. So I bring that leftover down here. All right, so next are cash envelopes. And what are cash envelopes? Cash envelopes are your daily expense categories. So what categories are you using on a daily basis throughout your pay periods? For me, it's groceries, household items, eating out money, anything for Lauren Bear, any miscellaneous items, beauty, which is my hair, Taylor, which is my spending, and also auto, which is mostly gas. So these categories are in my wallet, and I stuff these categories with cash only. So for groceries, I am budgeting $85 for 2 weeks. Household is $10. Eating out, y'all, eating out is getting $0. What? Why, Taylor? Why is eating out getting $0? Please enlighten me. All right, y'all. So the reason why is because my mom and I, Lauren and my little brother, we went to Tampa for what was supposed to be for 3 days and 2 nights. We had to cut it short because of Hurricane Elsa. But my plan was to only eat out during that vacation, or that mini vacation, and not eat out for the rest of my pay period.
Well, good luck with that.
So I budgeted $0. With that being said, I'm gonna stick to that $0, even though we came back a day early, because I have been doing very well with my eating out. I haven't been eating out at all, mostly. So I think that I can put $0 for these 2 weeks, and I think I should be okay. So moving on, Lauren is getting $15. All she needs is more pull-ups, but she is doing very well with potty training. She no longer wears pull-ups during the day, only for her nap and at nighttime, so I don't have to buy as much, which is a blessing. Miscellaneous is getting $0. It usually gets $5, but I haven't really been using the miscellaneous, so I said, why not just cut it and just let's see how we do for this paycheck. Beauty is getting $90. It usually gets $45. No, it usually gets $50 a paycheck. But I had to bulk it up a little bit because I have an appointment coming up. It's actually tomorrow. I'm filming this on the 9th. I didn't have enough time between my last hair appointment to slowly build that beauty envelope back up. So yeah, that's what it is. But I also really need to get my hair done because I have my internship pictures that I need to take next week on Tuesday. That's for the website. And I also start my internship officially next Wednesday. So I will be seeing my clients starting on next Wednesday. Your girl gotta look good. Your girl can't come looking a hot mess. I have to come correct so I have to get my hair redone. It's just a priority. So next is Taylor, and I'm giving myself $10, as well as auto $10, and that's just for gas. My internship is literally 5 minutes away from my house, so I don't need to contribute much to gas, but I'm using my mom's car because my brother still has my car, so I want to fill up her tank whenever need be. So totaling up all of my cash envelope categories, it will be $220. And if you subtract 220 from the 488, that gives me $268 left over. I do want to explain something really quickly. Hopefully it goes by quickly, but one question that I have gotten the most probably is, how do you know how much to put towards your envelopes? And I think that question was asked for both cash envelopes and sinking funds. My answer is it all depends on you.
Do you, boo-boo? Do you, boo-boo?
So what I recommend doing is looking at your bank statements. If you can, download your bank statements from the prior 2 months, and I want you to highlight what you spent for groceries, what you spent for eating out, what you spent for random purchases, and what you spent for personal purchases. I want you to highlight all of those categories with different colors and add up how much you spent for each of those categories, because that is what I did to determine what I need to put in these categories. I wanted to look at the categories I overspent in. So for me, before I started my budgeting journey, I was spending more than I needed to because I wasn't disciplined and I didn't know what a budget was. So what I decided to do was take that amount that I was spending recklessly and challenge myself to spend less than half of that amount. So if I was spending close to $300 in groceries a month, let's say that's $150 every 2 weeks, I budgeted less than $150 every 2 weeks because I wanted to challenge myself to spend on things that I only needed and not spend on things that I honestly did not need. And that is how it has helped me to save and pay off debt as much as I have so far, as well as, the stimulus, tax refund, YouTube income, thankfully. But even without any of that, I most likely have saved more than I did last year combined. So it's all about looking at your past spending, seeing what you overspent in, and challenging yourself to spend significantly less so that any extra money can go towards paying off your debt and putting towards any savings goals. So that is my answer for how do you know how much to put in your envelopes. It really takes doing the research and doing the work to see what categories you overspent in. So please just look at your bank statements, and I promise you, once you calculate how much you spent on unnecessariness, you will decide how much you need to start budgeting for. And sometimes you will go over budget once you set an amount, and that's okay. For that next paycheck, put a little bit more into a certain category. But at least you're seeing what you realistically spend opposed to what you spend because you don't have a plan. So I really hope that makes sense to y'all. I'm trying my best to explain it as clearly as I can. All right, so moving on to my sinking funds, I have $268 left to budget. So I'm gonna bring the $268 up here. For my sinking funds, I'm only cash stuffing these categories. I have way more sinking funds than these 10 spaces allotted, but that's okay. So what are sinking funds? I like to explain them as mini savings accounts. So whether they are long-term or short-term.
What?
You are saving a little bit each paycheck towards a certain goal. So how do you know how much to stuff in each sinking fund? Like I mentioned with the cash envelopes, it's all up to you, boo. but I did ask myself a couple questions before determining which amount I wanted to stuff. So the first question was, what do I need and want to save for? I know I wanted to save for vacation, emergency fund, Lauren's college savings. I wanted to save for birthdays, etc. The second question, what are the goal amounts for each sinking fund? Now, you may not know the answer to that question right off the bat, but if you know that you want to save $3,000 for your emergency fund, or you want to save $1,000 for vacation, you know those are pretty big amounts. So you know that those sinking funds you may want to take a little bit more seriously at times, and you may want to stuff more than any other sinking fund because it's a big goal that you're trying to reach. The third question is, when do those goal amounts need to be reached, or when do you want them to be reached? So for my sinking funds, I have high priority ones and low priority. So my high priority sinking funds are like my emergency fund, Lauren's college savings, my 3 to 6 month expenses, my home savings, retirement, things like that. Those all have different goal amounts. Do I always stuff them? No, I do not. Okay. But at the same time, I know that they are a priority to either Lauren or I or the both of us. My low priority are things like birthdays, beauty, money for my brothers, vacation, clothes, things like that. So it all depends on what those goal amounts are and when you need to reach them or when you want to reach them. So with that being said, for my 3 to 6 month expenses, I am budgeting $5. Lauren Bear is getting $5. This is her college savings. Medical is getting $5. Home, $5. Support small, $5. Taylorbudgets, $5. Everybody getting a 5 today. Everybody getting a 5. You get a 5. You get a 5. You get a 5. They're all getting 5s because that is what my budget allows. And I have a different priority for this paycheck. It is to pay a lot towards debt. So you'll see that in just a second. For beauty, it's getting $5. Birthdays, $5. Lauren Bear is getting $4. My little brother's $3. And Taylor and Vacay both getting $10. So to total up all of these sinking funds amount, it is $67. If I take the 67 from the 268, it gives me $201 remaining. So moving on into my extra debt, what I would put in this section is anything after your minimum debt payments. So let's say you have a personal loan, you have a student loan, you have a credit card or 2 or 3, and they all have minimum monthly payments, right? So those minimum payments need to be paid, therefore they are monthly bills. So those minimum payments are going to go in this bills section. Anything after those minimum payments goes to extra debt because that's what it is. It's an extra debt payment. So for care credit, the reason why it is not in the bills section as well is because this month I do not have a minimum payment. So I'm only paying extra debt for care credit. And let me put the leftover 201 up here. So for care credit, I am putting $60 towards the payment, but that is not all, y'all. That is not all. So just wait. So for my extra debt total, it's $60 for that care credit payment. If I subtract 60 from 201, that gives me $141 remaining to go into my extra savings. So I'm going to bring that leftover 141 down here. So for the extra savings section, I usually just put my savings challenges in this section. So right now I am working on the 52-week challenge and I am working on Bren's summer savings challenge. So for the 52-week challenge, I forgot the weeks that I'm stuffing. I'll leave them up here on the screen, but it is a total of $51. And for the Bren's summer savings challenge, it is $90. My pen is running out. So with the Bren's Summer Savings Challenge, at the end of July, you would have saved $300. But what I decided to do with this savings challenge is put that $300 towards my care credit debt.
That's what I'm talking about.
So instead of taking out the cash and stuffing it in a savings envelope to go towards whatever the case is, I'm deciding to put it towards my extra debt so I can divorce care credit. Say it with me, y'all. We are divorcing care credit. Yes. At the end of July, y'all, the care credit will be paid off. And I am so happy about it. So with that being said, the $90 for the Brent Summer Savings Challenge and the $60 that I'm putting towards an extra debt payment is $150 that I am putting towards my care credit debt for this paycheck. So I will leave up here on the screen what my balance is looking like at the moment for care credit. I'm excited. I'm just so excited. We are now in the 3 digits, y'all. 3 digits. So the 51 plus the $90 for these savings challenges total up to $141. If I take the 141 minus the 141, that gives me a 0 balance. Yeah, this pen's running out. And like I mentioned in the beginning of the video, I do a zero-based budget, which means that every dollar of my paycheck has a job, which is how I love it. I love it. Before I move on any further, I want to shout out Jay. She reached out to me on my Instagram, mentioned that she is a supporter of mine and that she wanted to gift me $50 to go towards my care credit debt. And at first I did not take it. I was like, no, Jay, like, no, girl. Like, as supporters, y'all help me out so much. Just by watching my videos and supporting, my YouTube income has significantly helped me pay down my care credit debt. And I am forever thankful for y'all. And I just give God all the glory. So I was like, Jay, no, girl, like, you've done enough just by supporting my channel. But she mentioned that she likes to give to someone or something every month. And this month she wanted to give towards my care credit debt. So I was like, all right. You said enough. Okay. Okay. So I took the $50 and I put it towards my care credit debt. And I sent her the confirmation of me putting it towards my care credit debt. And because I just wanted to show her that, yes, I put it towards the care credit debt because, one, that is what she sent me the money for. And two, that's probably what I was going to do with it anyway, because y'all already know this needs to be destroyed. But I just want to say, I thought it was so funny how she was like, I want to help you pay off your care credit debt, because y'all are truly invested in my care credit paying off journey. And I am so thankful for y'all. Like, y'all are truly invested in helping me. And I am, y'all, God is good, y'all. God is good. I'm just thankful for all of you. So again, thank you so much, Jay. I really appreciate it. You have definitely helped me, because instead of the $150 that I was putting towards care credit, this paycheck, it was actually now $200. So yes, thank you so much to all of you. All right, so with that being said, we have now a zero-based budget. So my income minus all of my expenses is now 0. All right, so I went ahead and wrote down the formula for a zero-based budget. It is your income, $792, minus your total expenses. So $304 for bills, $220 for cash envelopes, $67 for sinking funds, extra debt $60, and extra savings $141. If you add up all 5 of those numbers, it equals $792. So the last thing I wanted to discuss was the cash envelope breakdown. I believe I went over this in a budget video, probably 2 budget videos back, but I also received the question, how do you know what denominations to put in each envelope that you stuff? And I thought it was a great question because I never went over it before. So I'm going to go over it again. So this is the cash envelope breakdown. what I do is I write down all of the categories that will be receiving cash. So all of my cash envelopes, which go into my wallet, my sinking funds, and then my one savings challenge that I stuff, which is my 52-week challenge. I write down all of the amounts that I budgeted for, and then this cash denomination breakdown, I write down the denominations up here at the top. And then I break it down into what I want the denominations to be. There is no rule to say you need to put this amount of 20s or this amount of ones. It's all up to you, boo. And that's what I love about budgeting. It's personal to you. You do what you want. Nobody could tell you what to do with your money. Okay? I'm just playing, but I'm not really just playing, but I just thought that was funny. All right. So anyway, so for example, I always use groceries. $85 is what I budget. So I break it down into the denominations that I want. I like to have smaller denominations just in case I go to the grocery store and I just want to buy a snack. I just like to have smaller denominations. That's just me. So I am going to take out 3 20s, 2 10s, and 1 5 to make up $85. I do the same for each category. Then at the end, I count up the amount of 1s, 5s, 10s, 20s, 50, so on. And then I calculate the total value. So 8 1s is $8, 14 5s is $70, and so on. So if I calculate all of these values here, it should equal the amount that I'm stuffing, which is $338. So that is my cash envelope breakdown, and I think that is it for this video. Yes, y'all, so I am done. I really hope you enjoyed it, and I hope it wasn't too long, but I also hope that it answered any questions you may have had. I hear my daughter waking up, and she's probably about to come in the bathroom and like say, "Mommy, what are you doing?" So I'm gonna go. I just want to say thank you all for 13,000 subscribers. Okay, come baby. Okay, say hi. Hi. So that is Lauren, y'all, but I just want to say thank you so much for 13,000 supporters, y'all. God is good. It's a blessing. I pray for y'all every night, whatever it may be. I am not sure, but I just pray that God is with y'all. Y'all are truly blessing me and my daughter, and I'm thankful for all of you. I just want to mention that my 5K giveaway should be over by the time this video is up, but I will be announcing my 10K giveaway in, I would say, probably like 2 or 3 videos. I do have a giveaway right before my 10K giveaway, which I will be announcing in my next video, so stay tuned for that. Y'all, I have giveaways just like coming, you know what I mean, because I love y'all so much and I want to give back to y'all. So I'm gonna go ahead and go. All right, baby, I'm gonna go ahead and go. I love y'all so much. Lauren loves y'all too, and I'll see y'all in my next video. Bye.